The best marketing strategy is not to cold call, attend conferences, or go door to door. Just look around you. Everyone is buying from people online. And once you understand the genius behind what the smartest business owners are doing, you'll be able to bring in more sales than ever before. So I'm going to tell you what this new method of marketing is and how you can leverage it in your own strategy. So I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, how marketing has seriously changed over the past few years. The old way of doing things like traditional advertising, networking, just aren't cutting it anymore because content creation has taken over and it's completely transformed how people can connect with brands. If you want to succeed in today's market, you have to prioritize content creation. I'm talking about content that actually offers value to your audience, not just a flashy ad that gets scrolled past in seconds. It's about engaging people in a way that builds trust, which in turn drives sales. Marketing used to be all about just pushing your product or pushing your sale. Brands would literally just throw ads at you left and right, hoping that if you saw it enough times, you would eventually buy it, thinking that more exposure equals more sales. But people are starting to tune out these ads because they feel like they're just being sold to and not engaged with. And if there's no connection between brands and their audiences, people won't buy because people work with who they know, who they like, and who they trust. They want content that resonates with them, something that feels like it's made for them, something that adds value to them. If you're a business that isn't creating content, you're leaving a lot of potential on the table. For example, take Red Bull. They built an entire brand around content that resonates with their audience. They're not just selling an energy drink, they're selling a lifestyle. And that's what keeps their audience coming back to them. The new way forward is to focus on creating content that does more than just showcase your products or your service. But here's the thing with content creation. We can't just rely on content creation to grow our business and scale our business. I've done that thinking that if I just build a dope brand, more clients are going to come to me because I'm just posting a lot and I'm adding a lot of value. Like I grew my Instagram to over 20,000 followers, have over 10,000 connections on LinkedIn. And while it certainly worked and we got new clients to an extent, the problem was that it was just like relying on word of mouth and referral. It was sporadic. I couldn't predict it. It became really hard to create predictability in my business and actually scale through it. And that's where the second part of this strategy came into play, which is really the right hook, which Gary Vee always talks about, the jab, 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 right hook.
Trying to make a right hook feel like a jab is what 99% of salespeople and businesses do that end up failing.
We need to add value, but we also need to ask for the sale. And I'm not saying we post buy now all of the time. I'm saying we need a predictable way of getting business, which supports the whole ecosystem I'm talking about. Because the truth is, if we're asking for the sale, which is more of the old way of what I'm talking about, guess what they're going to do? They're going to check out our brand. They're going to check us out on Instagram. And if we don't have value on our page to the target audience, they're not going to trust us and we're just going to be another ad or a salesperson. So the real kicker is partnering content, which is top of the funnel, value-driven activities, with sales, bottom of the funnel sales activities. I'm explaining exactly how you can do this in your business starting from A to Z. The first thing that we really need to start focusing on when we are building our brand and wanting to couple this is we need to figure out who is our target audience. This is all going to stem from our offer. So our offer is essentially what it is that you're doing from a business perspective, whether you help online coaches grow and scale, whether you help plumbers get more leads for their business. What is your offer that you're offering to your clients on how you can actually add value to them? What we just really need to understand is what are the pain points of my customer? What are the desired outcomes of my customer? And ultimately, how do I help them get from their pain points to their desired outcome, which should be the bridge, which should be really your offer. If you're just targeting general businesses, your message isn't going to resonate with anybody. If you're a master of everything, if you can help serve anybody, your message is going to be super unclear. When I first started my agency, I would say yes to everything. And the problem is that it became really muddy on what I actually did. So once I was able to dial in my target audience, who I could help, what their pain points are, what their desired outcomes are, and really nail that, I was able to use the system that I'm about to teach you to really speak to that audience, to magnetize them to me from the content, from the sales activities. So if we're just saying, oh, we help business owners grow, oh, we help business owners with content, like that is not a really solid target audience. For example, if you're an online coach making over $100,000 a month, that is more spot on because they have different pain points than somebody doing $10,000 a month or $0 a month. And that's going to constitute two different sales approaches and different content ideations. So that is what we really need to nail, who it is that our message is actually for. Once we nail our target audience, what we need to solve for is copy strategy. So one of the most underrated skills that we can learn as business people, as salespeople, is copywriting, influencing people through words. I'm going to show you you what we do when we come up with our copy. So we create what's called a copy doc. I'll simply go to ChatGPT and I'll say, hi there, I work with online coaches doing more than $50,000 per month, predictably grow and scale and get new appointments using our coaching cash cow funnel. With my target audience of online coaches doing $50K a month, give me a list speaking their language of their pain points, desires, and their current situation with the problems. So now this is going to give us ultimately unlimited ideas of how we can speak to our ideal customer. Let's just say, give me the top 3 for each category. Now what we can do is we can literally take these pain points, save it into a document. Now we have their pain points, their desired outcomes, and their current situation. This is all points of leverage that I can pull on to speak directly to my target customer. So we have the top 3 pain points, top 3 desires, and top 3 current situations. Pain points: inconsistent lead flow, scaling challenges, difficulty scaling beyond the current revenue without burning out, time management, overwhelmed by managing clients' marketing operations. Like, this should speak to your target audience that you've built or maybe that you're currently serving. And what this is going to be is leverage, because we can use this in our copy to make sure that we're actually speaking to our target customers, to actually make sure that we're attracting our target customers, to actually make sure we're getting the right people in our doors and working with ideal customers as a business owner. Once we have the copy strategy dialed in, we need to figure out, what is our content strategy? How do I speak to these people? People work with who they know, who they like, and who they trust. Our job as business owners and marketers is to scale trust. How do we scale trust? We add value to them. And the easiest way to add value and reach these target customers is through social media content. So we need to realize, where is my audience? Are they on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube? We need to create content specifically for those platforms. So when it comes to content, there's 3 points of the content. There's the hook, and then there's the actual content itself. So the hook is the first 3 seconds of the video. The content is how you're actually adding value to the clients. What we can do is we can simply say, now give me 10 polarizing hooks for content ideas, speaking to my target audience while using the pain, situation, and desires. This just came up with some banger hooks that I can use in my content. So for people out there who are like, oh, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know what to say. Well, if you actually understand your target customer and you understand their pain, situation, and desires, you'll have an endless amount of content that you can create for them. So now we have topic ideas. All we have to do is we have to figure out, how do we communicate this? Am I going to do talking head videos? Am I going to do trends? An easy way to figure this out is simply research. So if I'm on Instagram, I'm going to just scroll through my Reels page and I'm going to see what other people are doing and how I can emulate exactly what they're doing and make it for myself and my business. So I'm going to scroll. I'm going to see what's working really well, what's getting a lot of likes, what's getting a lot of comments, what's being highly engaged with. I can do the same thing on TikTok. I can type in online coach and I can see all of the different videos that are doing well. 157,000 views, 576,000 views, 3.5 million views. What's doing well in the space? Who are the people that are crushing it in the industry? And how can I emulate how they are communicating in my own words using the copy for my target customer? This doesn't mean that you're copying everything word for word, because you don't have to, because you know who your target customer is and you know exactly what you're going to speak to. All you're doing is you're leveraging that for ideas to create content based off of your target audience that they're going to actually resonate with. So once we dial in the content and we figure out the how, we've done research, then the strategy becomes the second part, which is actually doing sales and reaching out to people. So the first thing is really organic. If you're posting consistently, if you're building an audience and adding value to people, what we can be doing is we can be posting with call to actions. So for me, for example, what I'll post when we're targeting marketing agencies to help serve them is I'll create content, adding value, and then I'll have them DM me a specific keyword to opt in to learn more. I'll run workshops where people can attend the workshop and learn more about the strategies that we're teaching to grow our business and that can grow their business. We're posting more DM content. DM me a specific keyword and I'll send you added value, which is going to be content, which is going to be trainings on how we can best serve them. So that's the absolute low-hanging fruit, is we need to be posting content, we need to be adding value, but we also need to be asking for sales in the feed. It's not like you're posting every single day, DM me this, DM me that. What I'm doing is I'm posting a lot of value. I'm speaking to the agencies specifically and I'm adding value to them, hoping that they'll grow their business, hoping that they'll take this content, make action. I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting on YouTube, value-based content. But what I'm also doing is I'm building up that relational equity, which is the trust equity, which if they trust me and I put out a call to action, then they will respond. So that is the first way. There has to be a healthy balance, maybe like a 5-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio of organic posts, value-driven posts, entertainment posts to call to actions, because we don't want to neglect the actual call to actions, because you always need to be asking for the sale. The next real way is inbound. Inbound marketing for us is paid ads. Alex Hormozi says does this a lot. You post on social media to add value and ads will do the sales for you. So we're running ads to the call to action posts that we're doing. So anytime that we post something like this, we will then run an ad like this to prompt people to DM us a keyword to learn more about us. And then what we're doing is we're having conversations in the DMs to be able to conversate with them, to ask them questions, to qualify them, and then book an appointment. So this strategy for us is a 1-2 punch. The one of ads to DM. And then from there, what we're doing is we are setting appointments from the DMs, because the thing with ads is we can control how many people this gets in front of based on how much we want to spend and how many people we actually want to get in front of. And I like this strategy because it's also a trust building thing. If you're having a conversation with someone, if you're DMing back and forth, you're also building trust. You're building that relational equity, starting a conversation, building a relationship with a potential client, which again will turn into a sale. So inbound is ads. Inbound is driving traffic, paying for traffic. This could be to a landing page. This could be to your Instagram page. This could be a lead form. But an ad strategy coupled with creating really good content is a killer 1-2 punch for driving more sales. The third strategy is outbound. So outbound marketing essentially is reaching out to the masses. When I first started, I would be sending cold texts. I'd be sending cold DMs. I would be sending a lot of like cold LinkedIn. And the problem was I couldn't reach that many people because LinkedIn has its limits. Instagram could ban me. Manual email was completely a waste of time because I was having to send emails, copy and paste over and over again, and I reached a limit. But the good news is that there's tools out there like Instantly that we can leverage to reach thousands of people every single day. The beautiful thing about reaching the emails is we know that 100% of people who do business have an email address and are checking their emails, and we have the ability to get in front of them. So when it comes to outbound, what we'd like to do is we can use a tool like Lead Finder to find people who are CEOs, for example, in the location of, let's call it San Diego. Give me a list of all the CEOs in San Diego. There's 2,400 with this search. I can take this list and I can send all of them an email to add value, whether it's a piece of content I made or whether it's provoking them to try to jump on a call, but I can reach them. I can get in front of them, which is huge when it comes to reaching a high volume of people, which is exactly what we want to do. When we couple this with content, it's going to increase the likelihood of them booking a call, reaching back out, because you now have leverage, you now have proof, you now have value that is actually driven for this specific customer. So we could do CEOs, we could do like keywords. We want people who are agency, and we want people in the industry of marketing and advertising agency, and we want people who are founders or CEOs. Here's 100,000 agencies that I can then reach out to. And then what I can do directly from Instantly is I can save all these contacts. I can create a campaign and I can begin to use this to send to thousands of people. I can just simply create one campaign. I can literally have AI write the cold email copy for me with my offer, with everything that I've given it, and it will automatically send thousands of emails every single day. So this is a killer tool from an outbound perspective. Same thing on LinkedIn. If I'm using LinkedIn, I can automate how many people I'm reaching out to. Hey, Steven, checked out your business and saw that you also have an agency. Made this personalized video for you. Check it out and let me know what you think. And then we can also follow up. We're automating our outreach, which is coupling with the brand that we're building, the content that we're creating, because the people that I'm sending this to are also likely going to check out my content, check out my social. So if we can couple the outbound with content, it makes up a killer strategy for you. So from an outbound perspective, we can do email, we can do LinkedIn, we can do IG, Facebook. This is the effort of reaching out to people. I like email because it's automated and you can send thousands every single day. So that is how marketing has changed in 2024. And if you want to use the outbound strategy that I was talking about and you want to use the tool that I was talking about, which is Instantly, you can go ahead and click the link down below in the description to begin your trial. And if you want the exact strategy that I'm using when it comes to outbound marketing using email, you can go ahead and click on this video right here. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.